How's it going? Just making sure everything is set up and ready for action. It's public, right? Making sure everything is working before I get started here. Yeah, that looks good. All right. So I'm going to do a little presentation as usual of these two different drinks. Going to try them out. I'll read about them, read all of the nutrition facts and stuff. Try them out. With these, I'm doing my multi-stream. So any comments and such that I see like related to this is I'll respond to. But anything that's unrelated, I'm going to wait until I finish doing the little presentation. So, anyways, I think I'll start off with the energy drink. So, this one is 3D Energy. And then it's watermelon grape. Yeah, watermelon grape. Anyways, 3D Energy watermelon grape. Nice color to the can. Let's see. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. They say naturally and artificially flavored. Energy evolved. 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's quite a bit. Zero sugar, no artificial dyes, according to them. Nutrition facts. For the one can, it's 10 calories, 135 milligrams of sodium, 2 grams of total carbohydrates, 0 grams of total sugars. Then it's got 200% of your daily value of niacin, vitamin B6, B12, and pantothenic acid. It's a little hard to read the can for that. And then we've got the actual ingredients, also difficult to read. Let's see. Carbonated water, citric acid, malic acid, sodium citrate, natural and artificial flavors, sucralose, which is a sugar alternative. I always mention this. If you are sensitive to that stuff or you just prefer not to drink sugar alternative type things, it's in here. I also see acetylflame potassium, ACESULFAME, acetylfame potassium, which I think is another sugar alternative in here. So it's got the two different ones. Anyways, also has caffeine, has potassium sorbate for preservative, sodium benzoate for preservative, and then the various vitamins that it listed on the can itself, under the nutrition facts. Other than that, I don't see much in the list there. Also, I have a large caffeine warning on here. And the company is in St. Lucie, Florida. Lucie. All right. And they also say made in the U.S. with ingredients of international and domestic origin. Again, this is 200 milligrams of caffeine for the can, which I feel like is on a little bit of higher end, although they go usually to like 300 something. Anyways, I'll show the can on screen so you can see for yourself all the information. Do a zoom in. Yep. Just mess with the window real quick. Here. Energy evolved. Yeah, this can's a little dented. Oh well. We got our ingredients. Trying to hold my hand steady, but it's kind of difficult. Let's see. I can use one as a prop. There we go. All right. So I'm going to open this up, try it out. Oh, it has a painted top. That's kind of cool. Nothing on the bottom. You can smell it already. Probably good. That's what it looks like. Quite a bit of carbonation. Looks pretty good. It's nice that they don't add any artificial coloring. My camera can focus. There we go. All right. Do a smell test real quick. Smells like some sort of berry or fruit or something. Yeah, I guess it could be kind of watermelon smell. It's supposed to have grape in here as well. It's not a super strong smell to it, but it doesn't smell bad, so that's a good thing. Anyways, I'm gonna try this out. This is again the watermelon grape 3D energy. Surprised how much the grape is noticeable. At least with the can versus what you're gonna taste, it does definitely have a grape watermelon type flavor to it. Yeah. And sorry, in this case, it's not. It's early. My brain is slow. In this case, the watermelon flavor. Usually, a lot of the time, the fake watermelon flavor. It's more on the like the rind of the watermelon, but this one's trying to more so mimic the actual taste of the watermelon. I think like the main part of the watermelon, and then it does have that grape flavor as well. And then, of course, the artificial sugar or sugar alternatives. I try to say that instead of artificial sugar. So it's got the sucralose and the acyl fame potassium or whatever it's called. And they have a very distinct flavor to them compared to regular sugar. There is still some carbonation after I poured it. I don't think it tastes bad. It it doesn't taste like juice by any means, or actual fruit, but it does kind of try to mimic those flavors, which is decent. It tastes okay, in my opinion. I think the grape flavor that they use in here definitely is the best part of it, because the aftertaste for the grape isn't, it's pretty nice. Yeah. I'm going to try this, sorry, from the can and see if the carbonation is any different. It's got a fair amount of sourness. That citric acid and the malic acid definitely are noticeable. Uh, they do, the malic acid specifically is, in apples and things, so that kind of adds that type of flavor. But the citric acid is before the malic acid in the ingredients list, so that means it's got more citric acid than the other type in here. I think out of the ones that I've had of this company, I think this one flavor wise is pretty decent, pretty nice comparatively. Yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously, if you're okay with the sugar alternatives, you're okay with just like artificial flavor taste. I mean, do they say natural? They say naturally and artificially flavored, so it's a mix of whatever is going on here. But if you're okay with that, sucralose and stuff, and you are okay again with 200 milligrams of caffeine for the can, which is quite a bit, it's kind of generally, at least for me, a bit over my preference of how much. Yeah, might as well check it out and see if you like it. Energy drinks are a thing, they can be kind of intense, so be careful with it. Anyways, that was the watermelon grape 3D energy. Not too bad. I clean out my cup a little bit here for the next one. So we got the orange vitamin water. Oops. Fine. All right. Next up, vitamin water orange essential. It says flavored plus other natural flavors. This is 20 fluid ounce, 591 milliliter. And we've got, for the bottle, 100 calories, 28 total carbohydrates, 0 milligrams of sodium, 27 grams of total sugars. And it's got various vitamins in here of different amounts. Calcium, 110 milligrams, which is 8% of your daily value. Vitamin A, 25%. Vitamin E, 25%. B6, 100%. Pantothenic acid, 100%. Potassium, 220 milligrams, and that is 4% of your daily value. Vitamin C, 250%. Niacin, 100%. B12, 100%. And magnesium. It doesn't give a percentage or anything for magnesium. It's got a cross symbol, which I'm going to assume is like trace amount. And then it also says zinc 25%. Oh yeah, it says the cross means not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, fiber, vitamin D, iron, and magnesium. So it's not significant. Ingredients, we've got reverse osmosis water, which is a type of filtering method. Crystalline fructose for the sweetener, and that's 27 grams. And then it says less than 0.5% of the vitamins that I listed, which is quite a few. It also says electrolytes, calcium and magnesium lacetates, and potassium phosphate. But those are different than sodium, apparently, because it says 0 milligrams of sodium in the bottle. It also says zinc, gluconate, cane sugar, citric acid. So the cane sugar and crystalline fructose, those must be combined for the 27 grams of total sugar. But the cane sugar is much lower on the ingredients list and generally higher stuff or more than the stuff on the bottom of the list. Citric acid, and then gum, ACACIA. I want to try to pronounce that. Glycerol ester of rosin, which is a thing to keep stuff mixed in a drink. Natural flavors, beta carotene for color, and stevia extract. So stevia is a sugar alternative. So they're like adding a little bit more sweetener to this drink with stevia. I mean, you probably want to research it for yourself, but stevia is supposed to be one of the quote unquote healthier sugar alternatives. Anyways, this is made in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see if there's anything else on here. They have some marketing material we can show on screen, but I'm not going to bother reading it. Well, it says, with vitamin C for immunity to life's realities. Won't pay your bills, though. Okay. So that was that. We can pay their bills by buying their product, I guess. Anyways. I like the color orange, so this is visually appealing to me. Very orange. Orange is such a bright sunshine color. Do a zoom in. Right now, don't really wear orange, but I like the color. So various vitamins. We've got our big ingredients list. Here we go. Quite a bit going on. It does say beta carotene for color, which is nice. That comes from carrots or something like that, probably. Or maybe some scientific source of it. Who knows? But I don't think it's bad. Yeah, that's about it for that. I think we covered everything on the bottle. Zoom out here. And pop this open, try it out. Oh, there's a logo on the cap. Whoops, I just dripped vitamin water on my keyboard. That's not cool. I just try to... It wasn't much, but generally not a great idea to have sticky, like, sugar liquids on keyboards. Anyways. Yeah, Try this thing out. Looks a little bit like orange juice. Although I haven't had actual orange juice in a long time. There we go. It's very thick looking. It's probably that ester or whatever of wood rosin. What's it called? Glycerol ester of rosin. There was a whole thing about that a few years ago. This is the better one, but companies like, drinks like Mountain Dew were using one that was a forever chemical, and then they had to switch to this one. That should be safer. Anyways, I don't know. I don't remember the details of what it was. Let's try this out. First, I'll do a smell test. Yeah, it does have an orange smell to it, no surprise. Although this does not have any juice in it. Pretty minimal smell, but it does smell like an orange somehow. So let's try this out, see what it's like. Yeah. Somehow they make it taste like an orange. A little bit of sourness. It does have that orange if you were to mix it with water type flavor. Because it's not super sour or anything like that. Pretty nice tasting. It really does to me. At the very least, it does taste like watered down orange juice. Very, very, very slight bitterness, I guess. I don't taste the stevia at all in here, but it is at the bottom of the ingredients list. Usually, stevia has a very specific flavor to it. This is it tastes good. I think it tastes good. So, however they do it, without actual uh, fruit in it, it tastes like actual juice somehow. Science. Yeah. I don't really notice the vitamins and stuff in here, like flavor wise. So they somehow mask it really well. Maybe it's contributing to like a very slight bitterness in the drink. But, with 27 grams of sugar, which isn't terrible, it's 100 calories in total for this bottle, which is 20 fluid ounce. Seems reasonable. So actually, I feel like this is probably one of the ones out of vitamin water that I think has a very nice flavor. It's got a good mix of additives with all the different vitamins and stuff in there. If it makes a difference or not, who knows? But they put it in there, so it could potentially benefit. Who knows? I think the flavor is nice. It tastes like what it says it is. They say flavored plus other natural flavors. I mean, it would be cool if they added some actual juice in here, like even just a little bit. But that's probably expensive. Who knows? But I think it tastes pretty decent. I like it. So that was the Orange Essential vitamin water. Very nice. Very nice. So comparatively, this is very artificial tasting comparatively to this, in my opinion. I mean, they're not comparative things, but yeah, I'm just trying them together. This one's fine though. Let me try it. Yeah, this is much more intense tasting. It's just got a lot more going on. It's got the artificial, sugar alternative flavor profile. So if you're okay with that, something like this, 200 milligrams of caffeine and very intense taste comparatively to something like this. But if I were to pick and I didn't need caffeine, I'd go with the vitamin water. Anyways, that's the 2 drinks for today. My call sign for this stuff is Scotty Joe Food Reviews. But I also do camera gear, electronics, USB stuff recently. A lot of reviews of things that I have access to and such. But these are fun as well and much easier to do and get access to compared to like a camera or something. So that's why I've been getting into this. But I like food and drinks and stuff in general. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the little stream, or if I clip this and make a video out of it eventually. But yeah, see ya. Sign out. Always fun to do little things like this. There's that one. So sign out of the YouTube one. So I had 2 views.